What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Twin Wrestle Pod. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Hey, listen. All right, man. So today we're going to be doing a quick review of the WWE 2025 Royal Rumble. Took place from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. For the 4-match card, we had both the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches respectively. The 2 out of 3 falls match with the Motor City Machine Guns taking on DIY and Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes in the ladder match for the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. I'm gonna throw this shirt up here just because it was unexpected. One thing I liked about this Rumble pay-per-view is that it was unexpected, at least when it came to the men's Royal Rumble. It was unexpected. Hint, hint. That's the reason I have the shirt on. Alright, this episode, I got my brother here with me, finally, in like a few months. So, he's going to give his thoughts on the situation, and we're going to start off with the women's Royal Rumble matchup. We had Io Sky entering at number 1, and we had Liv Morgan entering at number 2. Now, going into my predictions, I had Io Sky winning it, and I had Bianca Belair as my dark horse. I just didn't want Charlotte Flair to win it because I felt like they could have got a different route could have been taken to get her to the eventual match with Tiffany Stratton, if that is the match that she's going to end up choosing. I just thought she could have won it somewhere else and could have got somebody else some sort of shine for the women's Royal Rumble matchup. But it is what it is. This matchup had tons of surprises. And I do want to say, when we get to the number 22 spot in this matchup, I called it, I hit the nail right on the head there with that pick and my predictions. If you go back and check out the predictions and pretty much talking about what I said about entrant who ended up getting the biggest pop in this whole matchup. You got anything you want to say about the start of the women's Royal Rumble match?
No, I mean, no, pretty standard stuff,
Yeah.
Liv Morgan, and Io opening. I would like to see Io win it, but it's not what we got. So, just pretty standard stuff to start out.
Yeah, yeah. All right, our number 3 entrant was NXT's Roxanne Perez. She ended up being what'd you say, the Iron Woman in this match, right?
Yeah, I think she was in there for an hour and like 7 minutes. Something crazy. I saw it earlier.
Yeah, she ended up being the final 2 in this matchup, which is crazy. I didn't expect Roxanne Perez to be in the final 2. Honestly, if I'm being quite honest, I didn't expect her being in the final 2 at all. But that was a tip my hat moment for this. Had a ton of surprises from the NXT. I think I hit that prediction right on the head too as well. Like going into the prediction, I said they didn't need to rely on legends as much in this Royal Rumble match, neither from the men's or women's at all, because they have the roster. They are so loaded on both sides. NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, they're so loaded they don't need to rely on legends. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's so established that they don't have to rely on them. And you saw a fair bit of that in this one. You had a couple, like 2 surprise legends, if you will, in this matchup with Nikki Bella toward the end and Trish Stratus towards the end as well. But heavy influence from NXT. Roxanne Perez was just the start of it. You end up getting Jada Parker in this matchup. Stephanie Burkert.
Hey,
yeah.
Before you get too far, I mean, naming stuff down. I think you should talk about the atmosphere just being there. Being a Rumble. Before you get into all that stuff, we already introduced the first couple entrants in the women's match. Just being in the building though, it being our first event, as far as the Royal Rumble goes, it was pretty electric, for lack of a better word. Big scale, football stadium. Glad to be a part of it. Trying to look forward to going to WrestleMania and try to be a part of that audience, and just to feel that feel like you in the ring in a sense. Like you just feel it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just the way you can describe it, but fantastic experience, fantastic atmosphere,
Yeah.
great show. I think crowd was up majority of the night. I mean, watching the Royal Rumbles live, you would spend a lot of energy while being in the crowd. So yeah, on TV it may come across as some of the fans not paying attention to some of the other matches, but you got to build that up. And when they space them out like they do, you got your energy amped up all, the whole match for an hour plus for each Royal Rumble, and then, what I mean, so you got to kind of drain that, get that energy back toward the end. But all in all that being said, it was great. Liv and Io opened up with a nice electric little starter. Io getting their shit in, as they call it. Roxanne entering the match hot. Neck breaker DDT combo. Yeah, just started out pretty good standard stuff though.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I said, the Rumble was heavy on influence of NXT. I listed them off: Jada Parker, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia, NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez, and I think I said Jada Parker as well. Very heavy influence. I expected that a lot. Oh, Lash Legend as well was there. I'm glad they put the majority of those women from NXT in there just to get some spotlight on those women. Very great touch. I enjoyed that a lot about the Women's Royal Rumble. Another thing about the Women's Royal Rumble, I like Chelsea Green. I mean, how could you not? She's not probably the best, but one of the best characters in WWE.
She was definitely like one of the fan favorites in the fucking in the arena. So
yeah, no doubt about it. I enjoyed B-Fab getting her for her first time. I'm a big B-Fab fan, so I like to see her get some reps in there. You know what I'm saying? So that was good for her as well. Obviously, pitch I didn't really care for. Pure Fusion Collective didn't care for him. The crowd didn't really care for him as well. Being there in person, we didn't really care for those women there. We got Jordan Grace in there as well, who I think she was on Twitter saying she wasn't gonna be there. She was booked a ticket to her mom's or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And she ended up being there, which was the worst kept secret. We all knew she was going to be
there.
there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We knew she was gaslighting anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This just gonna be a brief overlook of the whole pay-per-view. I mean, recommend we watch it. Royal Rumble is always great, pretty much every year. You know what you're gonna get. Fantastic match, I would say. Good women's Rumble. The women's Rumble hasn't disappointed in probably, I don't know, maybe a couple years.
Probably since Ronda won it that year. She won it.
I'm not a big fan of the winner of this match, personally. But I mean, you had to know that with Charlotte already declaring the 2 weeks before and her coming back as a return, she was more likely going to come in and win this match, which is what she did. I wish we would have had a little bit more surprises than what we got. I was hoping we got Becky Lynch to come back to maybe build something up with Lyra Valkyria maybe at some point, to start an Intercontinental title program. Because I think we needed the man. It's WrestleMania season, so I think we need the man. But Sean Rose Sapp reported she wasn't even in the state, so who knows when Becky Lynch will be back? If we gonna see her at WrestleMania or not, who knows? But all in all, I mean, I enjoyed the first match, the Women's Royal Rumble. It was pretty good, with all things being considered.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? Obviously, Charlotte's the winner. It looks like she may pick Tiffany Stratton, which is going to be a great match. I don't want to see her and Rhea Ripley again. I don't want to see that. And we'll just wait until March 1st and see who challenges Mrs. Brutality. So.
Yeah, man. A couple things in this Royal Rumble. I was kind of shocked that we didn't get no further development in the story of the Jade Cargill attack. Like there's been nothing we had gotten. I expected Jade to be in this Royal Rumble, like make her appearance, and then for no reason, for her reason, right, to attack who attacked her. right? But we didn't get Jade in this Rumble. We didn't get Becky in this Rumble, which kind of surprises to me for sure. So I guess we'll see what comes out of this. We got until where we at, February 2nd as of today. We have a month and a half, right?
For what?
Figure out for WrestleMania to figure out what's the direction. What Jay's going to be? Is she going to face Bianca or whatever the case may be?
Well, we'll know more once Elimination Chamber gets here. To be honest, me personally, I understand the Jade Cargill thing got to get wrapped up, but if she stays out until after WrestleMania, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. I think Bianca Belair should be fighting for a title. We should get Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. That'd be a match I would definitely want to see at WrestleMania 1-on-1. But who knows? Me personally, I don't care about the Jade Cargill tag angle. That's just how I feel about it.
Okay, all right. As it goes for the winner, Charlotte Flair. We don't know if she's going to pit Tiffany Stratton. Granted that is the rumor, but we don't know yet until things are final. Until we find out she come out on Monday. She might come out Monday and say something to Rhea. She might come out on Friday and say something on Tiffany Stratton. So we don't know. But until further notice, I ain't gonna say she gonna for sure face Tiffany Stratton. So we'll see. But
I will.
Say what?
I am. I'm 100% confident.
That's because you don't want to see her against Rhea. That's all that is.
Whoever's watching this, whoever's gonna watch this clip is probably 100% sure of what's happening.
What?
That Charlotte Flair will choose Tiffany Stratton because she damn sure ain't choosing. Now, if they want to throw a wrench in plan, have her trying as the NXT champion, and I would love to see that too. But I don't think we're gonna go down that road again.
Nah. We ain't. Another thing about this Royal Rumble is the stories, right? And you brought up NXT. A great story is that we can see is the direction. During the Royal Rumble match when Julia came out there, she came out like 28, 29 or something like that, or 27, one of those numbers. And Jordynne Grace was still out there, right? So it's for sure that we're gonna get Jordynne Grace and Julia for the NXT Championship because Julia ended up eliminating Jordynne Grace. So that's going to be a direction.
I wouldn't say a guarantee. Just because she eliminated, there wasn't like. So she eliminated her, and there wasn't like no shock. Jordynne Grace didn't like look at her like, okay, like bitch, it's on or anything. She was just on the ground, like selling her being eliminated. So I don't necessarily think she's gonna be facing her. I think she needs to go right to the main roster right immediately. In my opinion, that's just what I would do. There's plenty of people on the main roster for her to feud with. You can even get her on SmackDown with Naomi, and then eventually get a U.S. title match at WrestleMania. I don't know. I just want to put her on NXT right away. I feel like you already have Zarya there, Stephanie, and Julia, and then you got the people that Michaels is already developing down there. I don't think we need Jordynne Grace down there. That's just my opinion.
We'll see, man. I'm just going based on what I saw in the Rumble, dog. So
absolutely,
we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Next up, we got. I touched on Trish. Trish came in there looking as great as she always is. She ain't aged a bit since the 2000s, late 90s. She still looked the same. Came in there, looked pretty good in the ring, right? Got eliminated by. She eliminated by Nia Jax? Yeah, I think she did. Nia Jax came out there and eliminated the majority of the women in the match when she came out at 29. So that cleared the field, and then everything. The final three was her, Roxanne, and Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, I will say mostly every woman in the Royal Rumble match that had to get their spots in, they did a very good job. I would say Ivy Nile, Maxine with her, her improvement, just from a year ago, and can contrast to where she's at now, is vastly improved. Who else we got? I think that's it that really stood out. Obviously you got EO and all those other girls, but
you talking about performances?
Yeah.
I think all the women did pretty well, like really well, in this Royal Rumble matchup. Ton of them. I think Jada Parker for the amount of time she was in there, she was pretty good. Lash Legend had a pretty good showing as well. Obviously, you have Bianca. You know, Bianca gonna do her thing in there for sure. EO was pretty good. Jordan Grace was really good. They had a bunch of women that was pretty good in this matchup. So, all right, let's get on to the next match, man. We have the 2 out of 3 falls match. Motor City Machine Guns taking on DIY for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Now, going back and watching this matchup, being in the arena, watching this matchup, the energy was down based off the Royal Rumble happened previously, right? The Women's Royal Rumble match kicking off the show. So the energy level was kind of down from the crowd. The section we were sitting in, the energy level was down for the most part, and throughout the stadium for the most part for this matchup. Going back and watching this matchup on the Peacock version, the first fall was kind of weird. They did like a, I don't know if it was supposed to happen that way, but it was like I guess a fate tag scenario where Ciampa fate tagged in Gargano, and then Alex Shelley ducked him, hit a super kick on Gargano, and then he tried to go for a cover, and Ciampa went in there for a knee, and then they pinned him. That was so weird. I don't know what the fuck that was. So DIY took the first fall. Then obviously the second fall ended up going to the Motor City Machine Guns. Don't remember that much of this match. It was cool to see these two on the stage, but they was kind of in a dead zone based on the placement of the match, and no one really cared as much about the match. But the big thing coming out of this match was the return of the Street Profits. It was rumored throughout the entire day that Angelo Dawkins was seen walking around the city with crutches and stuff like that. Like he was legitimately hurt. Like that was the report going into this show. And then at the last fall, they ended up coming out there and hitting the Motor City Machine Guns with the crutch. And DIY picked up the win, and then they attacked DIY after that and posed with the championships. So we don't know if they're heel or a babyface or what's going on there, but we do know that the Street Profits are back. What you think about that?
I mean, this issue between these three teams is not over. I think we can get better performances out of each of these teams. Like you said, I mean, it was down a little bit coming off the high of the Royal Rumble. They just were in the death spot. Not a bad match by any stretch. Probably the worst match, and I use worst loosely of the night. Just because the energy was down. But we'll see where it goes. We're going into Friday night, and are we gonna get a triple threat tornado tag or what? But we'll go from there and see what's up.
Yeah, I think they might try to linger this out towards WrestleMania, because if you look on the SmackDown roster when it comes to teams, I mean you got most of the Machine Guns don't have their issue with Delgado Fantasma, Garza, and Humberto for sure, for them leaving them on Friday night. But now you got the Street Profits coming back, so I think we're gonna have something with these 4 teams heading towards WrestleMania for sure. Maybe another ladder match or something, a multi-team match on one night, and we might have that going on for it. So time will tell. But whether the Street Profits are heel and babyface is gonna be the real question. I'll let you take over this next matchup, man, because when this happened, I went to the bathroom. We have the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship matchup, the ladder match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. I'll let you take over because you watched the first portion of this match before me.
So Kevin Owens makes his entrance first with the Wing Eagle Championship. Just rocking a different attire. I couldn't see what the shirt said. I haven't watched it back yet. Kevin Owens is great. But going into this match, you knew he was taking an L. Even though they try to build a little bit of suspense with Sami Zayn being manipulated into being on his side. Then you get the champion Cody Rhodes coming out in like a Sting bomber jacket light.
Oh yeah, that's what he had on.
Yeah, he didn't have the robe on this time. He just had like a bomber jacket on.
Oh, for
But
real?
you know, it was a Cody Rhodes thing. Um, uh, we were in the crowd. Somebody called him Homelander. Because but as much as I've watched that show, I never put two and two together. Cody Rhodes does strike a resemblance to Homelander, even when he comes out with all that patriotic shit.
Listen, you know what? Not to cut you off, but I know you watched the show, but I heard that a lot. Everybody call him a Homelander. I just never get it.
It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah, I never. I gotta watch this show.
The image of America. But to get back on topic, Cody comes out making his entrance. Again, great atmosphere. I mean, even the last couple of stadium shows that we've been to, you know, great atmosphere. They, you know, then they put the ladders out there, put the titles up. Then we start off with a brawl.
Yeah.
This match was heavy hitting. It started out slow, you know, because everybody's anticipating the Man's Rumble coming next. But I will give Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes credit. They did get the crowd back into it. The spots were brutal. Now, from our vantage point, things looked a little different from the crowd. You know, a lot of people standing up and whatnot. So some things you missed, and some things looked a little bit different in person than they did on TV. But heavy hitting shit, man. Kevin Owens is just you know, slamming Cody on these freaking ladders. He did a powerbomb spot on the ladder. It looked like Cody hit the back of his fucking head, like from in the arena, like from my vantage point, it looked like he hit the back of his head on the ladder, and everybody in the crowd just you know, audibly gasped, like oh shit, like is he hurt? You know, because he sold that for a little minute.
Yeah.
Then after that comes the suplex spot. Oh my god! I mean, just look the way his body just bounced off that ladder. Just oh my gosh! And then you know, getting toward the end of the match, you know, Kevin Owens is setting up the package power driver over on the announce table, but Cody reverses it into an Alabama slammer. That looked brutal. Shout out to them guys, man. They put their bodies on the line every night, and Kevin Owens is definitely always an unsung hero in WWE. He doesn't get enough of the credit, the adulation. He don't win all the time. He don't get all the championships, but he every time he out there, he put on a good performance. So shout out to Kevin Owens. Shout out to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes retains here, setting up his matchup for WrestleMania.
Yeah, man.
Kevin Owens, we don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. I did like to start this matchup. I wasn't really that interested, to be all honest. I just went to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? And I missed like the first 5 to 10 minutes you said of this match.
Yeah.
I mean, the guys doing in this match, love the guys, right? But I've seen this match so many times. I don't know, something just made me just not uninterested in this matchup. So I went back and I watched it on Peacock. I didn't finish the whole match, but the part you talking about with the powerbomb spot, it did like he hit his head, but the camera angle made it to where like you couldn't really tell if it was he hit his head or not. The suplex spot, we seen Kevin Owens doing that fisherman crab flipped suplex from the top rope a bunch of times, but he did that on the ladder on Cody Rhodes. Sick landing by Cody Rhodes there. And I think the most gnarly spot was outside the ring after Cody Rhodes busted Kevin Owens open. And they had the ladder on the bridge, and they got on the announce table, and Alabama slammed him through the ladder. And that was literally what finished Kevin Owens off. You had Sami Zayn checking on him and everything. And then Cody go back in the ring, climb up the ladder. It took him a while to get them damn briefcase, the championship off the top up there. And he came down, posed down with the championship at the end of the match. While you get that shot of Kevin Owens bleeding and Sami holding him, and Cody Rhodes right behind him on the announce table, posing with the championships. Now, we didn't see this live because we were there, but like you guys must have saw it maybe before the Rumble, or at the end of the night, or whatever on Peacock's airing. But Jackie Redmond has said that Cody has suffered like multiple injuries and he wasn't gonna be on a press conference, and he might be out of action for the foreseeable future, and it might have implications for WrestleMania if it's the injuries are super substantial. So we don't know what that is or what it's going to be at the moment. I guess we had to tune in Friday because they say he will be on SmackDown, I guess, to address that. So we'll get our update on his injuries then. But yeah, these two put themselves through a hell of a battle in this ladder match. I don't know if Cody is hurt. I know Kevin Owens definitely is hurt from that matchup. But it was a good match. A great ending. We all knew the ending that was going to happen. Now, just where does Cody Rhodes go for WrestleMania, and who does he put his championship on the line against? Being what we got in the next matchup we're going to discuss, and that is the men's Royal Rumble matchup. You want to add something before we go in here?
No, I'm good.
All right, man. We have the men's Royal Rumble matchup, and to kick off the Rumble matchup, we have Rey Mysterio coming at number 1, and we had Penta coming in at number 2. A much anticipated face-off. One of the face-offs people were looking forward to the most. And that pop that Penta got when he came out and we realized it was him versus Rey Mysterio to start off this match was crazy. Now, we get in the midst between these two doing this matchup. I didn't see the spot. Did you see the spot where they must have went on a rope and one of Penta's foot hit the ground? Did you see the spot?
Yeah. I mean, kind of a botch, but I mean, to be fair, I mean, this is Penta's like first kind of like Royal Rumble type of match to work in a sense. WWE, so shit happens. I mean, they picked it up and saved it.
Did both of his feet hit, or did one hit?
I only saw the right foot hit. I mean, you can see the right toe like on the ground for sure, but the way his feet were, it was like both of them touched the ground. But I think it was just the right foot, to be honest. So
okay, yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. But yeah, man, scratch that. Who gives a shit? Number 3, we had Chad Gable coming out there. This is like this portion of the Rumble, like the first 5 picks were like the workers, pretty much. Everybody's a worker now. I'm not saying it in that sense, right? I'm just saying like more of the smaller technical guys and like the luchadors, more Latino influence in the first 5 picks. Really, you had Santos coming out. You don't count Gable, but you had Penta, Rey Mysterio. You know what I'm saying? All those guys right there. And then you put Carmelo Hayes. All the smaller guys was like heavy influenced in the first 5 picks, which is a good pace in there. So you had some good face-offs in that first 5 picks there. Where I feel like it was a waste is where we get to number 6 and we have fucking Otis entering in this Royal Rumble match. I get it. Everybody loves Otis, but at some points, man, I just get tired of seeing him. And then they had another face-off with him and Chad Gable, like, bro, we've been there, done it. We've been doing this since September 2024, bro. Like, we don't have to keep seeing them. Now, probably even before September 2024, right? It had to be September 2023, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Whenever the fuck it was. Like, we don't need to keep seeing him and Chad Gable, bro. Let's get that over and done with, bro. Please. Thankfully, we got Braun Breaker coming out there at 7. He cleaning the house. He's immediately running the ring, Spirit Carmelo Hayes, throw him over the top rope. You know what I mean? And just wrecking shop. And then at number 8, we got another fucking member of the Alpha Academy and Tozawa, which is another waste of a spot. But it was rectified when we got Carmelo Hayes attacking him, and then Tozawa being replaced by Ice Show Speed, the streamer. Shout out to that guy, man. Shout out to him for even getting his platform big enough to be in something like a Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that guy. I think he's. I don't watch him enough to know, but I think he is a legit wrestling fan. So I know that's like a dream come true for him. I did think it was a waste of a spot at the time, but reflecting on them, like, who cares? Like, we had fucking Otis there, so I'll take him over Otis, and I get why he was in that match. He was in the Royal Rumble match for sure because of the social influence. So I get that. You anything you want to add on this?
No. As far as what Otis is
No,
concerned,
just the first 10 pitch really.
No, I will just say that. I mean, the men's Royal Rumble went freaking fast. Like in contrast to the women's Royal Rumble, like it felt like the women's Rumble was going on a little bit longer than the men's. Like from the time we got to number one, we got to like number 10 so fast. Like it was like rapid fire. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if it was a timing thing or whatever, but it went pretty fucking quick. Cause then, so I know Fatu was number 12, right? I think Fatu came in at number 12, and he cleared out like I don't know, like fucking half of the fucking people that was in the ring. So then we had about three or you know what I mean, like 3 or 4 or 5 people in there. You know what I mean? And he cleared them out, and then by the time Roman Reigns got out there, it started to it started whittled down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like the pacing, it was very quick. It might have been a timing thing, but I mean, all that being said, it still was fantastic. I mean, this match had multiple stories, multiple face-offs that we haven't got, that we have. People have interacted, but they haven't. Um, we had Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. We had Fatu and Braun Breaker. We had Sheamus and Braun Breaker. You know what I mean? Like stuff that was just. I mean, people they've been fighting throughout the year. It just felt big. Like this is what people really came to see was the man's rumble. Like, you know what I'm saying? No shout out to any other match on the card, but with all the stories and little threads going on into the match, I mean, it just kept your attention. Like, you know what I mean? Like throughout the whole night. So I mean, match was awesome. We get to the midway point. Everybody has to acknowledge their tribal chief. Put on a hell of a show. Roman Reigns is just. I mean, I'm not inclined to say the greatest of all time, but at this point, he's getting closer to the Mount Rushmore, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And this is coming from a Stone Cold Steve Austin guy. I think Stone Cold is the greatest WWE superstar of all time. Some people may argue Hulk Hogan. I mean, I won't dispute that. But not Roman Reigns is on that level. But the stuff that he's doing for him, his family. I mean, just in contrast to what almost a decade ago, right? Almost 10 years ago, him being booed out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Even in 2012 when he debuted, him just being pure muscle, and he only had about 4 moves. Not saying he's a technical master now, but there hasn't been that many bad Roman Reigns' match. I can't name probably before, not even before the Tribal Chief era. You know what I mean? Yeah, he had all those interferences, but that doesn't necessarily qualify the matches as bad. You know what I'm saying? But Roman Reigns came out, clean house. We did have Joe Hendry in at that point, right? Yeah. Or did he come out after?
He came out before Roman, dude.
You get to start off with Roman and Fatu, and then eventually after 5 or 6 or 7 people come out, you hear the trumpets come out for entrant 22 or 23. John Cena enters, and then you just get he does his little he gets his spots in. You get the face off with him and Roman briefly, and then you hear the countdown clock, and next thing you hear is the cult of personality. And CM Punk is on the way to the ring, so nobody's touching. Cena and Roman are just looking to the aisleway, waiting for CM Punk to make his entrance. Comes in and stands off with Roman and Cena, and you just get that picture perfect. I took a couple pictures and videos of it. I mean, this is stuff that this is what they put on the promos to get you hyped for these matches. As soon as they're about to come to blows, what do you hear next? Big fireworks. Here comes Seth Rollins. It's like bang, one right after another. So these are 4 of WWE's top superstars. Just a great, powerful moment. And
Seth immediately goes in there and goes after CM Punk.
CM Punk, yeah, he is CM Punk, yeah. And then the brawl's on.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you had the heavy hitters. Drew McIntyre's out there. You got Jey Uso who came in at number 20. He's out there. Man, you had a bunch of AJ Styles return before that. Then you get Cena. Then you get Punk. Then you get Rollins right after that. Like, it's crazy. The amount of big hitters in this matchup at that point was crazy. The amount of, when I say the amount of storytelling in this Royal Rumble, both Royal Rumble pay-per-views were extravagant when it comes to the storytelling, right? Setting up a lot of things, right? A lot of questions. Sometimes questions can be good things coming out of these Rumble matches, right? Because that number 28, we had Damian Priest come out there, and then eventually he ends up eliminating Drew McIntyre, and then a report comes out later on that McIntyre was frustrated or something like that along the lines about what happened after he's eliminated or during the elimination or something like that. I don't know. But you get that. And then
there was, because Logan Paul and LA Knight were, getting their spot in the face-off thing. I guess it kind of boils down to like a miscommunication, I guess I would say. I mean, because before Drew and Jay and Damian did their thing that caused Drew to be eliminated, Logan Paul and LA Knight were already in the midst of doing their, their spot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it just probably just bad timing. I mean, if you go back and look, if you slow it down, the moment Drew McIntyre's feet hit and they panic coming back to Damian Priest has a pissed off look on his face. Before, he obviously has to sell that he did it. You know what I mean? That he eliminated Drew McIntyre, but he's pissed. He's clenching his jaws real hard. So yeah, he was not happy about that. And then Drew McIntyre, obviously, I mean, I watched him go all the way to the back. He fucking was moving, like, you know what I mean, like storming back to the back.
You talking about you watching him live? I wasn't paying attention to him.
Yeah, I was paying attention. I was like, where the fuck Drew McIntyre go? Because like he stayed, they showed him on camera standing there and shit. And then next thing you know, he fucking beeline to the back, like head down, like just fucking. I'm like, damn, something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like some people like wave or whatever, but yeah, he wasn't having it. He was pissed.
Okay.
But yeah, you can continue. Go ahead.
Damn. See, I didn't really pay attention to him doing live. Like I was just in the ring because then we started getting the fucking Rollins and Punk going, and then the stare down with Roman and Seth, and then they fighting each other, and then CM Punk ends up throwing them over the top because they both own a rope, so CM Punk throws them over, and then as he's looking at them, Logan Paul throws him over. So it's like it's so much happening in that little bit of time there, that little time frame, and you just like, damn. Then we get to what, the final three, right? Who were the final three? Jay, Logan, and Cena. The final three. At this point,
you got to mention the outside brawl.
Oh yeah. The outside brawl was crazy. Yeah.
Roman took a gnarly fucking curb stomp.
Yeah.
I think Seth Rollins. I mean, I think it was accidental, obviously, but Roman. Okay, so after they get thrown out, Seth Rollins, he's pissed. Roman's looking to CM Punk like why would you do that? We just teamed up last month, and as soon as Roman said that to CM Punk, Seth Rollins fucking runs and fucking stumps the dog. Like Roman, he was fucked up. I feel like he might have been Kentucky because I seen a video of him leave, like how they had him, the wrestlers going back to the back.
Yeah.
Roman was not all there. Where he was not all there there was a video that he was not all there. When he did the curb stomp, Seth Rollins' left foot went on the back of Reigns' neck, but his right foot landed on the like not the crown, but like on the top of his head, like you know what I mean. So Roman was already going down for the move, and then Seth Rollins' right foot kind of helped him. You know what I mean? Like put a little bit more force to it, and I think Roman was out from that. Like remember I asked you, I was like, where the hell Roman Reigns at? Like I know he got to sell a curb stomp, but he was down for a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when Rollins was just chasing off Paul Heyman, I'm like, damn, he out for a minute. Like, it took him a minute to get to the back and shit. Like,
yeah, and he didn't use the on the side. They had golf carts like to wheel the wrestlers back to the backstage area after they get eliminated.
Yeah, but
he wasn't using that.
He didn't take one. Like,
yeah, he was just walking.
It was him and Paul Heyman, and he was out of it. Like it was like the lights was on, but nobody was home and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people was calling his name and shit. He like you know, I mean, you ain't gonna. Some people acknowledge him, but like, he wasn't all there, bro. Like he got hit hard.
Yeah, I mean, part of that could be selling though. He could have been selling.
I mean, for sure, but I mean, like, go back and look at the curb stomp he took. I mean, that one looked brutal.
I mean, I saw it.
I mean,
I know it was normal.
Most people get their hands down in time, but it like Roman tried to get his hands down, and like as Roman's going, Seth Rollins, like, you know what I mean, like he got to come down too. So, like, he came down on his head a little bit more too. So he kind of put. I don't know. It looked kind of brutal to me. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with those guys. And then you mentioned the final three, right?
Then we got the final three: Jey Uso, John Cena, and Logan Paul. I mean, they get Logan Paul out of the ring real quick. Yeah. After that, he was on there for like a minute or something.
I just want to go through my emotions, how I was feeling. So obviously, nobody wants Logan Paul to win. Okay, whatever. I'm like, so then Logan Paul gets who eliminated him? Cena? Was it Cena?
Yeah,
I think Cena. I'm not sure.
It was Cena.
And then you get the final two, Jey Uso and John Cena. Nobody expected Jey Uso to get this spot.
Nobody.
I mean, people. Some people probably could be like, oh, he might be a dark horse or whatever. But nobody. Everybody. It was either Punk, Reigns, Cena, because obviously this is his last one. Those were probably the top three, right? And then Jey Uso and John Cena the last two. I'm like, damn. I'm like they can't eliminate John Cena can't eliminate Jey Uso because it's gonna make I ain't gonna say it's gonna make John Cena the bad guy, but Jey Uso is so over. You know, people, you know what I mean, people love the guy, like, but it's also John Cena the last one. So I'm like, I'm telling my brother in the crowd, I'm like, they ain't just gonna put him in this spot just because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he in there with John Cena, like, you know what I mean? Like, he ain't just gonna be in this spot just because, like, just to get. I mean, if that was the case, they would have just kept Logan Paul in there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just dump him out. I'm like, something big going on. Jey Uso about to win this motherfucker, like, and I'm like, it feel like you in the ring when you in the ring, like when it's boiling down to the last two, like this Rumble was fucking great, in my opinion. And like I'm just feeling in my chest. I'm like anxious. Like what the fuck about to happen? Is we gonna get Cena winning or we gonna get Jey Uso winning? I wanted Jey Uso to win. I'm just saying. From the time I was in there, I'm like, let's start willing it down. We got everybody. I'm like, okay, Jay got to win this motherfucker. And that's, you know, they get on the apron. You know, you got Cena hitting, you got Jay hitting back. They go for the AA. Jay counters, get in the ring, and pushes him, John Cena off. I'm like, oh my god, the fucking crowd fucking erupted. Like it was fucking magical. Like if you like, there's coming out of the show. There's been a discourse, right? People like, why Jey Uso winning? Like, you know what I mean? Like, people on the internet just quick, like, you can't please everybody. So what if Triple H would have let John Cena win? There would have been somebody like, oh, John Cena doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's whatever. I think
Jey Uso oranges, tomato.
Yeah, I think Jey Uso was winning. It was great. It made the Rumble less. It wasn't even predictable. I mean, it was so many avenues you can go. Like Jey Uso was like the definition of a dark horse. You know what I mean? Like the legit definition, because the dude's still over. Like the name of the wrestling game has always been about selling tickets, selling merch, and you're gonna be on the top of the card. That dude sell. I can't speak for tickets, but that dude sell a fuck ton of merch. The dude been top 5 for like the last year and a half, right? So I mean, he's been eating losses. Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, Gunther 3 times. He won the IC title. I think he had one defense and he lost it right after that, right? Something like that. I don't remember, but great stuff. Been paired with Cody Rhodes, the face of the company. You know what I mean? Coming from the only guy to pin Roman Reigns at the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like he ain't just getting this stuff just because. Like the dude built himself up from 2020 to 2025. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and if you can't be happy for that dude, it's something wrong with you. Like all the discourse online is crazy. Like I don't understand it. Like, yes, it's not the marquee stuff. Okay, that's fine. But regardless if Cena, Roman, or Punk would have won anyway, one of those two guys would have been ass out anyway. Everybody can't win. So that's just my take on it. I love Jey Uso winning. I'm here for him being the world heavyweight champion because it's got to happen at this point. Gunther's beat him 3 times, and he already said he's going for Gunther. So Jey Uso's got to get the world heavyweight title. And Big E had his reaction to Jey Uso winning on the post on the, let's just say, the post show, the scram table, was just what is wrestling's all about. You know what I mean? Like being a wrestler and not having nothing in your pocket, working, paying your dues off, decades, 15 years, 10 years, whatever, on the road, and then being on. They call, Jey Uso said something in the promo. I don't know what it was a couple of years ago. I think it was probably when he first started fighting Roman. Which one are you? Right? Remember that? Which one are you?
Mm-hmm.
And now the dude's a Royal Rumble winner. That don't. If you can't get up for that, you crazy. You just a sourpuss every time. You can't be policed. So I'm looking forward to Jey Uso versus Gunther. It's probably not gonna main event, and that's whatever. It's fine. But if Jey Uso get his moment on WrestleMania and win the world title, I'll be happy with that. That'd be fantastic. Just in my opinion.
All right, I'm gonna make mine brief. I agree with everything you said. You can't please everybody. That's just a life thing, okay? And with Jey Uso winning, the thing that made the Men's Rumble so great is the unpredictable factor, right? You don't want to go on there predicting everything, okay? And sometimes I always tell you guys on this channel that being predictable is not a bad thing at all, right? But no one had Jey Uso winning. No one. If anybody said they did, they perfect. Everybody had their 3 choices: Cena, Punk, Reigns. That was your 3 choices, okay? And for people to be like, okay, Jey Uso winning, we just saw this match 7 days ago. I seen that a lot. So fucking what? Who gives a shit? It's about the moments. It's about the sights. It's about the sounds. Jey Uso organically got himself over. He's literally the top merch, one of the top merch sellers all of last year, going into this year. The dude got fucking little kids in the crowd. If you go to these shows, little kids in the crowd dressed up to the 9, like Jey Uso, hair cut down to the T, just like him. If that don't show you he had a grasp of the WWE fans and he's fucking over, I don't know what to tell you there, man. You ain't watching wrestling, bro. Your eyes ain't screwed on straight, bro. So for anyone who feel like, oh, Jey Uso ain't that big of a star to be winning the Rumble or main event this or that, who cares? Your opinion is invalid, bro. That's all it is, just an opinion. Everybody got one. I'm for one.
How many times did we see Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar? Sheamus and Kaiser. You know what I mean? Just, come on, man. And so that comparison just fucking, you just been a sourpuss. That's it.
I for one am happy for Jey Uso for sure. A guy who got it out the mud, who's a tag team wrestler, and to become a singles wrestler and doing what he's on the path to doing now. He's going to win the world championship. He lost too many times not to. He ate a lot of crow all last year. All big matches he lost. Okay? He won the biggest one to cash in his opportunity to go main event WrestleMania. If that ain't no dream spoken of any person who want to get in the wrestling profession, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm going to leave it like this. Shout out to Jey Uso. It's only one word to say to that. And what would that be? Yeet. So, I I enjoyed the Royal Rumble match. I enjoyed the Royal Rumble as a whole. Pay-per-view was really good. This is one of the best shows I've ever been to. And I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. We're officially in WrestleMania season. We're going to see what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw with Jey Uso coming out there kicking out the show. And like my brother said, he already said he want to go out there Gunther, so we already know that's the matchup. So we had to tune in and see what's going to happen with everything else. So that's the Royal Rumble 2025, man. Very good show. What made it great is the unpredictable factor of everything. Minus the Charlotte. We knew that was going to happen, but Jey Uso winning was a wonderful night, man. Crazy night. And it go down in history as one of the biggest moments in wrestling history, and especially for that family. And one more thing I want to add about that. Y'all remember all last year, like in the middle of the summer, leading into the fall with Rikishi, right? When he was saying that what is Jey Uso gonna be doing? Like he should be doing this, he should be doing X, Y, and Z. And Triple H is being patient with him. And look where it's led Jey Uso now. Rikishi, if you go to his social media, he was live streaming or whatever, recording a video of Jey winning. So now he know what Jey doing at WrestleMania, right? He's fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship, and he's possibly going to win it. So, that's Royal Rumble 2025, man. Very great show, like I said. You anything you want to add before we sign off here?
No.
Okay. I want to add one thing about the Men's Royal Rumble. We glossed over it a little bit. We touched on it, but glossed over it. The incredible impact that Jacob Fatu had in this Royal Rumble match was amazing. Star in the making, and potentially next year he could be the guy winning this thing. So I just wanted to say that. But that's going to do it for our review, man, for the 2025 Royal Rumble. We'll probably do more predictions with me and him if we can, sooner rather than later. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.